Hey guys, this is Scott from UpTop, showing you how to deploy a WordPress theme for LexBlog from your local to a production environment. I'm assuming that you watched the video on how to start a theme and that you developed your theme. Here's my theme on my local environment. It pretty much looks like the design. It's got some test content, which is important. Here's the design in Photoshop. And so I've checked some things. I've checked to make sure that I've mimicked the design. I've checked to make sure that I've populated it with some widgets to start out with. I have checked my work in Internet Explorer. I have a program called VirtualBox here, and you can run a variety of browsers from your desktop. And I'm happy with it. I'm ready to push it live. First thing I'm going to do is go to WP-Admin, Tools, Widget Settings Export, and that is enabled by a plugin called Widget Settings Import Export. Select all active widgets, export widget settings, save. I often have trouble finding the file after I save it, so I'm just going to make sure it's on my desktop. There, safely on my desktop for use shortly. We deploy with Git. I'm going to go to my terminal and navigate to the directory for this blog. There it is. Git add all. Git status to make sure there are no surprises. That looks like what I'm expecting to add. Git comment. Initial commit for your first commit. Subsequent commits should just be a human readable description of what changes you've made. And git push. So now when I go to Gitorious, I'm in WordPress themes already, 1072. I can see my commit. Let's see. Let's make sure the source tree has all the files that we want. Yeah, it does. I work from home, so I have to be VPN'd in. You can see that I am. I have to be VPN'd in to use the deploy tool, which is how we deploy code to many but not all of our environments. It's how we're going to deploy for the environment for this tutorial. I need to create a new project in the deployment tool. And I'm also going to just open an existing project just for something I can refer to get a couple of the values. Here's my new project. Name. That is going to be the same as the theme folder. 1072 here. Directory should be WP content themes, something or other. I'm going to check it against an existing project just to make sure. Yeah, WP content themes. Okay. WP content themes followed by, once again, that theme folder. And I'm just double checking everything as I enter it because it can be a pain in the butt to change stuff like this. Name is good, directory is correct. Repository URL. Back to Gitorious. Grab the Git URL there. Then Gitorious URL, that's the browser URL in the address bar. Save project. Deploy on a server. LXWP1 and 2. Production server. Deploy. Good. This is what it looks like when you've done it right. So, this ticket that was assigned to us to dev, someone has already done the work of setting up a stage blog for us. We don't have to worry about that for now. And here's the URL to it. You can open up the stage blog. It looks like our vanilla default 1.2 blog. Whereas eventually, here's my local, we need it to look like this. Here's how we're going to do it. We're in the production server on our staging site. WP admin. I'm going to open a new tab to go over to network dashboard. Themes. Disabled themes. Let's find it. 1072, network enable. Cool. That should be all we need to do in network admin. Okay, we're back in our single blog admin area. Now we can go to Appearance, Themes. And scroll for a bit so that some themes get populated. Control F, 1072. Here it is. Activate. Let's see what that did for us. Let's see if that made the site look a bit more like our design. That is a lot closer. Not bad. But the widgets aren't quite right. One thing I'm noticing, though, that is right is Typekit. Typekit still works. I can tell if that's Franklin Gothic, just like the design. What's up with these widgets, though? I'll show you what I do. I go to Widgets. I go through and I nuke every single widget. I just delete them all. Someone's Skyping me while I'm making the movie, so I'm going to go to Skype and make myself do not disturb. Sorry, viewer. Okay, as I said, I am just nuking all the sidebar widgets. You could have just kept nuking your sidebar widgets while I was talking on Skype. You might say, why do we even have default widgets in our staging blogs? That's a fair question. There are times when it's helpful to have some normal data up and running to inspect a new site or something. That's worth talking about. I haven't really thought about that before because it just takes a few seconds to nuke all these widgets. But maybe there's some room for improvement there. I think part of it is that the widget export plugin is something that we came up with just in recent years. We nuked all our widgets. Let's go to plugins. Scroll down. Here's that plugin, Widget Data Setting Import Export Plugin. Activate. This would also be the time to go through and think about any non-standard plugins you used while developing a theme on your local. and activate or deactivate as needed in here. I think we're all set though. I don't think there's anything else I need to do while I'm in here. Okay. So, tools, widget settings import. Do you remember a few minutes ago we put that file on our desktop that we exported? Let's select it. Widget data.json. Just hit this button once. Even if like nothing seems to happen, or actually hit this button just once. I got a nice little UI effect there. It seems like it worked. Even if it doesn't seem like it worked, just check it out. Go back to widgets, hit refresh. We've got all our widgets that we had from the dev site now, which is good. If I don't know why, but sometimes if you just keep hitting that button, it'll give you that many copies of all these widgets, and it's really a pain in the butt. We imported our widgets. Let's see how it looks on the front end. We're getting closer, especially if you look toward the footer. That's where things, that's where things were not quite very close before, and they're closer now. We need some share links there. That's something I remember seeing. We need a little legal menu there. That's something I remember seeing. We need our share links here. So why isn't that stuff working? Let's check it out. There's a couple different ways that we do our sharing links. One of them is my link order. I don't know why it's like this. We don't really use this plugin on responsive blogs or very new blogs. We still use it on a lot of our older designs. Go to order links in this category. It wants you to click to order the links, and that must save. That just must save some metadata, so now it can grab the links the way it wants to. And we'll also check to make sure the category ID is correct. Stay connected is category ID 2. I can see that in the bottom left. Let's check out our widgets to make sure we're looking for category ID 2. Sidebar. My link order. Okay. Oh, well, in our local that was category ID 8. So category ID 2 here, save. Also in the footer. Category ID 2, save. There was also that deal where the menus weren't showing up. Let's just save the widgets and make sure. Maybe that'll help. All right, now we got our menu. We got our share links. We actually have more links than we want. That's okay. In the footer, almost. We've got our legal menu, but this design calls for a little pipe character between the legal links. So we'll go to menus. Privacy policy, let's add a little pipe. We're getting there. The firm name, I'm noticing that that is correct. That's good. Let's see, what else is going on? Let's check and make sure the single view looks okay. Single view looks okay. Let's check and make sure the print view looks okay. Since this is Firefox, you go PDF, open, link, and preview. Yeah, print link looks okay. Let's see, how about this subscribe widget? I bet that doesn't work yet. Let's see how it's set up. Email notifications, specify account. That actually might be set up correctly. We'll try adding ourselves to it and see what happens. Yeah, there it is. You get a little message. We push to the production environment, so we would want to browser test. We subscribe to a browser testing service called Sauce Labs. Sauce Labs gives you access to lots and lots of browsers. The credentials to access Sauce Labs are in LastPass. And it's really intuitive. I'm not going to go through Sauce Labs step by step with you. You'll figure it out. But I just want to show you what it is, where it is. This blog is now live on the public production server. We've done some basic checks just to make sure there's nothing really wrong. Anyone can see it, anyone can look at it. The next step would be to go through the dev QA checklist. And once that's complete, you would turn it over to the PM for them to look at it.